we're back. This is going to be episode 5 of the New Frontier. And I'm glad that you all have made it this far if you're watching. If you're watching, I say this everyone. So far, I have no one watching except for my kids, maybe. I was watching one episode and my 1-year-old fell asleep watching it. So, yeah. So I did some work off camera. As now that I'm recording, of course, I will do the automatic save. Let's go in here and adjust the time back to 5. All right, so I mowed a big portion of land on that field 7. Gave me 10 bales that were currently in the process of fermenting, and it gave us about 40,000 grass. So we're gonna feed our sheep. Let's see how much it's gonna do. We're now at 71.5 of 80,000. We're gonna start getting babies in 4 months. So we're gonna go ahead and put the wagon away. We need to collect the stone on the new field. We need to check the water in the greenhouse. I was thinking about needing to add another one of those. I also need to get the soil sample for this plot of land. So while that's doing that, I will disconnect the trailer. Oh yeah, we need to get a new spreader. So let me, because I did field 4. And I had to reload 3 times. So, and our new field is well over 16 acres. So we're definitely gonna need a bigger boat. And we're slowly collecting need to do something with the stones. And so we can get rid of that stone picker. Let's see here. Let's go to the map. All right, we're now at 62. We have the soil. That's at 39. Do we even have? Oh, no, we didn't. We never purchased the soil sample. It's still at 39? No. Yeah, it's still 39. Wow. And I put down, some lime. I guess we'll have to plant and put some fertilizer down as well. Alright, let's head over here. Alright, so, oh, I also, bought a planter, but I splurged, and I spent all but $500. I had some of my generators come in, so, on the planter, because it does a seed and fertilizer, so it was getting low, but not too low. Let's move the baler. Alright, so I have not turned off seasons because one, I need a bigger lime spreader, which also means it'll help me do more fertilizer because I got to put another layer of fertilizer. So we got that one prep for cotton in, I want to say February is when we're going to start planting cotton. That should be plenty of time to get us a bigger spreader. And purchase more fields. Going into the shop, drop off, sell this cedar, and get some money back for that. Bring the planter home, and try to figure out where to go from here. We are a long way from any real production yet. So trying to do that. I don't know, with this type of map, did I handicap myself? Because there is a lot. I did come up with a new idea for a okay, so right. Got over 3,000 back from that. Is I want to do a regular map, like maybe do Riverbend or Elm Creek or the one that they downloaded on here that was the main farm from 22, is if by just doing buying and selling from greenhouses, buying every plot of land by just using greenhouses, see how long that would take us, one greenhouse at a time. I may do that. I may start that. I don't know. I want to get further along in this. My biggest issue with this game is I'll start a map, go and go and go, and then get bored or come up with another idea. I want to try to do this, man. We've been only on this thing for 3 months. So Yeah. I know if we can wait just a little longer. I thought this thing did fertilizer. Apparently it only does corn. Oh, well. Alright, so we got that ready for cotton. So apparently we're gonna also have to do fertilizer on that. That's okay. Alright, so we're 4 months away. I know we got some furniture to sell, but I want to wait till that we get peak. Our silage isn't ready yet. So let's see here. Let's do this one, which is cultivating. And then I saw a sowing one, and we can use our own equipment for that. So let's get our farmhand to do this one on farm on plot 2, and then we'll go back to our farm and do sowing. So sorry, got the S's going. So we need to sow some wheat. So let's do that. That's going to be 5,800. Let's go ahead and top off this. Oops, not the diesel. And I lost my trigger to get more seeds. There we go. No. There we go. Seeds. Why is my triggers not? I have it for a split second, and then it won't. There we go. Like I said. See, start. There we go. That's one thing I've noticed with 25 over 22. The triggers are very, very touchy. I know there's like one sheep barn. What was it, a cow barn? I just had to stop using it because the trigger to drop food and stuff like that was so small that it was just couldn't do it. Alright, as we're we got our wheat set up. And because we bought our own seed, we went from 12,000 to 9,000. Alrighty. Got our lines, and let's do this. Well, if you're still watching, thanks. And if you hadn't hit that like and subscribe button, that would be awesome. And like Sunday says, if you hit the like button, it's going to turn green. Or he says blue, but we're farming, so we gotta have the green thumb. And I totally messed this up. Doing ups and downs instead of headlands. Alright, let's do this headland and this side, and we'll go back the way it's supposed to. Yeah, I've actually been contemplating on contacting, figure out a way to contact some other YouTubers and just to pick their brains to see how long it usually took them to start getting some traction. I know I saw one time, I saw somewhere that they say you need to post a video every day so because it'll help the algorithms. So I have gotten videos already queued all for the next 2 days, and I have posted a video every day so far since I decided to do this. I know it'll probably be forever before I can get the audio fixed, because like I said in previous videos, where I'm recording is an open layout. There's no way to put dampening stuff on there or anything. And then I know it sounds bassy maybe, or a little too low. That's because kids got school tomorrow, and our walls are paper thin, and so I don't want to wake them up. Alright. Now that we're actually doing it the way they intended, I'll go ahead and finish the headlands, and then I'll let them do the ups and downs. Still got 61% to go on the man, I need to learn how to back up stuff. Ooh, sorry. Yeah. So, yeah. Alrighty. Looks like we got one more cast to go. And then we'll have our headlands done. this is so much easier with the lines. As I got the aerial view, I can tell that I missed them, and I started turning way too soon because I was trying to fix that. And am not coordinated with the keyboard. My keys. I'm actually using a. Oops. Using a controller. I've always wanted a steering wheel, but when I realized that they have a steering wheel for this and for racing games, I was like, man, I don't. That's all too rich for my blood. All right, so let's go ahead and get our field hand to do that. He's still doing that. But it looks like he's getting ready to start on the headlands, or the headlands for that. Is there anything else that we can do? Yeah, I ain't doing any of that. Let's check and see our spreaders. All right, so this is the one we have. This is the one we got right there. The 34.5. It did 1,600 liters. For 20,000, we can do that one, and that's unreal. It does the. You can either do a realistic 10,000 liters or a million liters, and then this one's basically the same thing. It's got a 42-meter spread width. Yeah. So I don't know what's the difference between the unrealistic and that one, but it's $20,000. We may go with that, and about $11,000, because everything else just gets more expensive. That one's a 3,200 liter. We'll still have to refill, but half as much as we would have for that one. All right, let's look for trailers. Yeah, I'm surprised that as long as this game's been out, that there hasn't been like auto loading trailers yet, to where you pull up and it automatically loads. Because, like I said, my whole forklifting is really, really, really bad. So, I think since we've filled up the greenhouse, we've almost have full capacity on food for the sheep. We got 4 months away from them to reproduce to where we can start getting more wool faster, which will be a plus. And then hopefully eventually we'll start, when we get max capacity here, we'll eventually add another sheep barn. We got 13,000. Let's see if we got any semi-realistic generators that we can start making some money. Some extra side money to help speed this along. That does 800, so that's a wind turbine, does 840 a month. That does 600 a month. That's 24,000 a month. And it's 7,500. Let's go with that. Let's set this by the garage. Alrighty. And it's just all gonna go up from there. Vertical, that's pretty cool. We may get that just for because it looks cool. And come up with $250,000, we could do a solar farm, a large one, do a hotel, some major wind turbines, a massive wind solar farm there. Alright, so we got that. Let's kill this. I just drive around this. I think it's basically done because it's got that unrealistic thing, but the whole thing, but when you do the farmer, it does the original width. So stop that. It looks like that is done because we fought that wind turbine. We're going to need at least $14,000 in order to purchase the new spreader. And we're probably going to have to fast forward, no, wait till next month for, oh wait, I forgot to see how much stone's in there. 2,800 liters. That probably will give me barely $600. Start organizing this a little bit. We've got nothing to do. We can't do the rolling because it's too late. We got that fields done. We're almost done with the cultivator. And it wasn't doing anything. It was just sitting there. Bug. So got that going. Let the computer do that. Alright, and we'll just go ahead and finish this off. Sharua? What kind of name is that? Sharua. So with that being said, that's gonna be about it for this video. Next video, I'll make sure that we are in November, and the whole the new. So come back in November with a new spreader and that new field 7 all taken care of, and then we'll go from there. if we'll have enough money to purchase another greenhouse. And I'm Cool Groove Gaming, and I will see you next time. Bye.